What's up guys, R2 here. Today we're talking about the road trip I did earlier this year in April. I did this road trip with Stéphane on his Triumph Thruxton 900, who I also did a road trip with in 2020. The video is on my channel by the way. So we planned a 5-day road trip across the southeast of France, the north of Spain and the southwest of France, back to the center east and the northeast of France for me. We were essentially going to do a loop across the south of France and north of Spain. The small catch for me is that I needed to meet Stéphane in Clermont-Ferrand. I live near Strasbourg in the northeast of France, so I needed to add one day at the beginning and one day at the end of the trip. So for me it would be a 7-day road trip, and I wouldn't do a loop, I would actually draw kind of a 6 on the map instead of a 0. So what was the plan? I don't know. I let Stéphane do all the planning and I was just going to follow him. I had a vague idea of where we were going, but I didn't know the names of anything. I just knew I needed to meet him in Clermont-Ferrand. So I got to packing, and I didn't pack too much, I packed pretty light. I had a duffel bag strapped to the end of my seat. I had a side pannier, a small side pannier, 14 liters I believe, and I had a backpack. First day was going to be great fun. It was going to be highway only. It wasn't actually as bad as I expected. The 9T suspension was pretty stiff and I had pain in my butt starting 2 hours after I left, but I expected it, so it made it kind of bearable. The worst part wasn't the highway, it wasn't the suspension or the seat, it was my runny nose, because of course I got sick right after leaving for the trip, which sucked. I had to stop several times to blow my nose and get all the snot out of my face. Very fun and very gross. Here are a few images of the ride. It was pretty boring, but it needed to happen for the fun days to come afterwards. I finally got to Stéphane's place at around 7:30 p.m. and it was great seeing him again after 5 years of not seeing him. The last time I saw him was in the previous road trip in 2020. I was very tired and I forgot to film anything. He made me aligot, which is a local specialty, very healthy, very light, and I went to sleep pretty early because I was sick, tired and needed to sleep. The next day, it was time for the real fun. We left pretty early, it was a bit cold but it was okay, and we started by doing the volcanic mountain passes roads that Stéphane knew pretty well because he lived nearby. The target for the day was Perpignan in the southeast of France. I'm gonna be honest and admit that I didn't know which roads we were going to take, what the route was, so I don't really know the names of the mountain passes we went through. Stéphane was telling me over the intercom what the names were, but I didn't remember anything. But I will leave the GPX file in the descriptions of all the days. You can go look at the GPX files and insert them into your future road trips if you want to. And for most of the rest of the video, I'll just leave you with the images because they speak louder than words anyway.
Santé! Comment ça va?
Fatigué. Mal au cul.
Ah!
Day 3 for me, day 2 for Stéphane, we were finally entering Spain. And this will be a recurring thing for the next days. We went through beautiful mountain passes, we had great weather, and it was just amazing. We had a lot of fun.
Ça peut vraiment compléter de ouf le look de la moto.
For day 4, we were actually going to go through the Bardenas desert. This is a desert kind of out of place in Spain. There's greenery all around it, but the desert itself is very dry. There's no sand, it's more like a rocky desert. I was promised some nice roads by Stéphane. This is our code word for off-road, and I got them.
S'il y a Scoville, tu vois.
Day 5, we were back in France. We went through beautiful mountain passes in France as well. We had great weather. We weren't even cold, just in the morning a little bit, but that was about it. One thing that happened is, despite signs clearly showing that some mountain passes were closed, Stéphane decided to go and look for himself. I had to follow. He pronounced the now infamous words, "Trust me, it will be fine." Of course, we had to turn back because it was closed, as mentioned by the signs at the bottom of the pass. But there were a lot worse places on earth to have to turn back on and to do twice. the views were still amazing, the corners and turns were great, so you can't really be mad about it. Plus, we had enough time in the day, so we were not running late for anything. Day 6 started with some shitty, boring roads, but we had no choice except maybe going to the highway. We just had to go through these roads to go to the good roads again. And looking at the images, we really understand now why they call it the empty diagonal in France. There's basically nothing, and I wouldn't wish to live there at all. Luckily, the rest of the day was great. We had once again great mountain passes, great roads, and great weather. And by the end of the day, we were back at Stéphane's place. We got to a food court, we ate truffade, which is another very light, very healthy specialty, and we had a beer to mark the end of the trip. I still had another day of riding back home through the highways, but there's nothing special to say about it. It was pretty boring. I had back pain, butt pain, everything pain, but it had to be done. That was the end of the trip. I got back home safely. This trip was great. We were very lucky with the weather. Everything went smoothly. The roads were amazing. Our bikes didn't have any issues. Oh, except one member of the group lost his foot peg by dropping his bike. I'm not saying who it was, but it wasn't me. But I'm not saying who it was. The BMW R9T was probably not the best bike to do this kind of road trip, and it's probably not the best bike for touring in general, but it did the job. It's pretty polyvalent. You can take it off-road, you can take it through the twisties. You just gotta accept its flaws. You will have wind hitting your face, the suspension is stiff, it will hurt your back and your butt, especially if you don't have a comfort seat, which I didn't have. But this is just character of the bike. The engine is amazing, it's smooth, there's no complaints to be made about it. I love it, and it's overall a great bike. I would be lying if I said I didn't look at used trail bikes when I got back home, but the 90 is great. That's it for the video, guys. There will definitely be more road trips and road trips videos coming in the future, probably next year. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, road trips, product reviews, bike reviews, and leave a like on this video if you at least got somewhat entertained by it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.